Welcome to Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master. I'm Scott Jordan. This is Arena Championship Series West from the Tucson Arena in Tucson, Arizona. Here's your driver lineup. Bit of a change here today. Brandon Arthur straps into Megalodon in place of Ashley Sanford. Tristan England leads the series. And here's your round one racing bracket. 4 competitions. This will be the first one of the night. 8 points goes to the winner. And we will start in round one. Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. And she will line up against David Ofert in Velociraptor. Kristen currently third in the season point standings. David in fourth. Crucial points on the line here as we go halfway through. It is Gravedigger with the lead. Look at the turn though by David Ofert. He takes over and he is going to cross the finish line first. Come from behind, win. Velociraptor moves on. Our next round one matchup, Bailey Shea and Monstermunt Dalmatian. Repping Team Throttle Monster, she goes up against Elvis, Lainez, and El Toro Loco. Elvis off to a great start here in Tucson through 2 events. He has a racing win and an overall event championship. And Bailey Shea gets stuck after the turning pod. She's got to correct it. That gives Elvis all the room he needs. And El Toro Loco will advance to the next round. Here is the rookie Brandon Arthur out of Ramona, California in Megalodon. And his opponent here in round one, Mark Hall in Raminator. So a rookie going up against a veteran with over 20 years of experience. And we are off here in round one. Great corner there for both. And right now the veteran Mark Hall has the lead. Final turn, drifts it around the turning box. And Mark Hall, Raminator, will advance to the semis. Our final round one matchup hits the series points leader Tristan England in Earthshaker. And he will go up against Kurt Kramer in Rammunition. Coming into tonight, Tristan with a 50-point lead over Elvis Lainez to sit on top of Arena Championship Series West. And here we go, great turn there by England, has the truck lined up, and he is now back into that second turn. Around the turning box he goes, and across the finish line, Tristan England advancing to the semis. As we take a look at the bracket, Velociraptor, El Toro Loco, and Raminator versus Earthshaker. The final 2 will meet for the racing title here in Tucson. And it's Elvis Lainez, El Toro Loco up first. And his opponent here in the semis, David Ofert and Velociraptor out of Shaw, Oregon, riding for Team Throttle Monster. Elvis off the line first. David Ofert gets a little stuck. That's going to cost him. He crushes the turning box. And that is going to be a 5-second penalty on David Ofert. Elvis Lainez gets the win. Not going to matter anyway. Next up in the semifinals, Tristan England in Earthshaker up against Mark Hall in Raminator. Winner will advance up to the pod to meet El Toro Loco's Elvis Lainez. Tristan takes that straightaway wide. That gives him a great angle at that turn around the turning box again. And Earthshaker gonna take the win, and Earthshaker will advance to the final round. Up onto the pod goes the truck. Tristan England, Elvis Lainez battling all season long here for the West Series crown, and they will meet again in the finals. As I mentioned, that 50-point lead right now for Tristan England. The winner gets 8. The loser of this match will get 7, so it could be a 49-point swing or 51, depending on how this goes. Elvis Lainez pulling to the line. Tristan England gonna deep stage this thing. He is locked and ready. And here we go, racing finals in Tucson. Brake check there for El Toro Loco. Earthshaker has the lead halfway through. Into the final turn, look at the corner from Elvis Lainez. Takes it tight. And El Toro Loco with his second racing win here in Arizona. Elvis with some big air to put an exclamation point on a great win. And we are going to take a look at our first BKT overall point standings of the night. It's Elvis Lainez with 8, Tristan England with 7, Mark Hall, David Ofert with 4, and the rest of the field with 2. So Elvis in the building with a big win, but will it lead him to the event championship? Find out when we return with the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge next on Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master. Welcome back to Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master from Tucson Arena in Arizona. Next up is the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Each driver has the opportunity to wow the crowd with a maneuver using only 2 wheels. They have 2 attempts to do so. They are judged by fans in attendance on creativity and execution. And let's take a look at our top 5 drivers. Brandon Arthur getting in that 5th spot, the rookie out of California, 5.243. Next up, David Overton, Velociraptor, comes off the pod into a reverse stop. He goes right into a wheelie all the way across the pod. Nice little bounce on the end, so great combo move for attempt number 1. Attempt number 2, now bicycle on the far side pod. Jay hooks it around, and 6.558 is the score. Making it up on the podium, Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. So good at this, looking for a tombstone, and she gets the tombstone wheelie all the way across the pod, dragging that Gravedigger flag across the track. And then second attempt comes here on the corner. You see the tire stack right there embedded into that 6-sided pod. Slow roll right down, maybe reverse popper here. And she's gonna check it into reverse, gets it right back up onto the wheelie bar, another tombstone, and she is gonna leave it right there on the track, 7.105. After a racing win, Elvis Lainez giving it a go here in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Stopping right into reverse, hits the moonwalk, brake check back up onto the nose of the truck. The front 2 BKT tires absolutely under Elvis Lainez's control. Gonna slow roll this thing back. Smoke coming out of the Crazy Bull, and Elvis Lainez finally sets it back down. Attempt number 2 going for some big air here across the pod. Nice bounce, catches a stoppie. Tried for a moonwalk, nothing there, but a great score of 9.350. And finally, Tristan England in Earthshaker, trying to get some points back here in the standings. He comes right across the pod, goes into a stoppie, and then directly into a nose wheelie. Has a rear steer fly, and that's why those back 2 wheels are going the other way, showing off for the fans. And now into reverse, so he's got a great moonwalk back to the nose wheelie, and he can just keep this thing going all day long. Flips it right there, the teeter-totter Tonka truck move, right back on the wheelie bar. Tristan England, one of the best in the sport in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, and he is showing it off right now. It's been a long time up there on those back 2 wheels. No hands on the wheel. Look, Ma, no hands, and he has got this thing locked right where he wants it. And Earthshaker finally creeps back down onto all 4 BKT tires for a 9.514. A little bit better than okay there, Tristan. He gets the win. That's his second skills win in Tucson. That's going to get him 8 points. As we check in now with their BKT overall point standings, Tristan England, Elvis Lainez tied at the top with 15. David Ofer with 9. Kristen Anderson with 8. And then Brandon Arthur and Mark Hall each with 6. We have a heated battle in the desert for the event championship, and it will continue when Arena in 30 powered by Spin Master returns. You're watching Arena in 30 powered by Spin Master with Arena Championship Series West. And next up, it's the donut competition. Fans in attendance were once again scoring based on momentum and execution. And let's take a look at our top 3 competitors. Elvis Lainez gets a good one going. He's gonna take third. More smoke coming out of the Crazy Bull. A lot of dirt roosted up there. 8.881 is the score. Coming in second, Bailey Shea, Monster Mud Dalmatian. She comes in on an absolute rail. A lot of throttle momentum happening, and it shows right here. Roosting the dirt with the back 2 wheels. 8.987 for Monster Mud Dalmatian. And no surprise here, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, the right turn donuts. Shades of her dad, the icon Dennis Anderson, finds a sweet spot, and the black and green wrecking machine round and round and round in the desert dirt. And 9.183 was the score for Kristen Anderson. That gets her the win. Let's check out our BKT point standings after 3. Elvis Lainez sole possession of first with 21. Tristan England with 20. Kristen Anderson with 16. And David Olford and Bailey Shea round out the top 5. We've reached the final competition here in Tucson. It's freestyle, and to get a score, drivers must complete the first 15 seconds of their run. Fans want to see them use every obstacle on this 6-sided pod. They want to see creativity, technical moves, big air combinations, and of course a wow moment or 2. And our first competitor riding for Team Throttle Monster is Bailey Shea in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Nice wide turn there from Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Lines up the next obstacle up over the pod. Little slow walk back. Big time sky wheelie over the tire stack. Bailey Shea in her second year with Team Throttle Monster. First back in a full-time Arena series with Monster Jam. Now has the Monster Mutt Dalmatian lined up, takes a little off to the right side on the pod, doesn't hit the ramp at full speed, and then comes up over the log stack, bounces it on the back 2 BKTs, and now finally down on the far side. A lot of dirt there for me. She's got a great lane here of that ramp. Goes up over to the right and then back down on the near side, and that'll do it. Take a look at the original super glue. Glue to the action replay. Big air off the log stack for Bailey Shea. Biggest air we've seen here in Tucson, and a 6.422 is the score. Up next, out of Shaw, Oregon, her Team Throttle Monster teammate. This is David Oford in Velociraptor. He gets started with some cross-threading coming off the left. Gets a nice wheelie combo on the landing. More cross-threading. Hits the log stack on the far right side. That's going to sky Velociraptor into the deep side corner. David Oford now back. Huge air there for Velociraptor. That is the biggest air, and he's got it right on a stop. He stops it on a dime, tries to moonwalk, gets it back down, and there's time for more for Velociraptor. Tries to bicycle this thing back over. You see the wheels going a little wonky. Another sky wheelie here for David Oford. Almost brake checks. Close enough for me. Nice landing there for David Oford. And now on the near side, he goes across the tunnel and back over the log stack. Huge air again. One jump after another. Pops it back 2 wheels up and saves it. Dynamite freestyle run here for David Oford so far through 2 events in Tucson. It's been El Toro Loco and Earthshaker taking the wins. Velociraptor looking for its first, and a run like this could be a winning run for the night. Time has expired, but what a run. Take a look here at the original Superglue glued to the action replay. One of the many huge air jumps in Tucson for David Oford. 8.534 is now the new score to beat. Next up out of Hoopeston, Illinois, representing Hall Brothers Racing, this is Kurt Kramer in Rammunition. Kurt has not had the best night, has not been very consistent on the track, but we've seen some great runs out of Kurt throughout his career. If he can get this Rammunition truck skying high over the desert heat here in the arena, we'll be sure to get a great score as Kurt Kramer tries to impress these fans. Small popper there, comes down over the log stack, now gonna whip the truck back around, comes over the center ramp of the pod. Back again, greases the back 2 wheels over the edge of that pod, trying to get a little momentum going here. And now step up here, nice air, a little bit of a 45-degree angle of the truck as he tries to get Rammunition onto the deep side track and line this thing up, but unfortunately time has expired, and that'll do it. Original Superglue glue to the action replay. Great bounce, gets the nose down, 5.318 is the score. Coming up, more high-flying Monster Jam action from Tucson is on the way next on Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master. Welcome back with more Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master from Tucson, Arizona, as we continue on with the freestyle competition. And up next, out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, it's Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. She is currently 3rd in the overall point standings, 5 points off the lead. There's the score to beat from Velociraptor. 1 year ago, Kristen Anderson became the first female driver in Monster Jam history to win a series championship when she took home the Arena Championship Series Central title. And she currently sits 3rd in the point standings as we go through with Tristan England coming into today's event, 1033, Elvis Lainez 983, and Kristen with 823 points. Won the donut competition earlier here, trying to go back-to-back here with the freestyle win. Back end of Gravedigger goes up, trying to bicycle climb over the pod. Some nice air. You see the drive shaft just pumping this Gravedigger truck out through this dirt. Up again she goes, brake check, gets it back down, just clips the pod on the backside landing. Take a look at the original Superglue glued to the action replay and take a look at the score, 8.932. That is enough to take the lead, so Gravedigger now with the freestyle lead as we continue on at Tucson Arena. Here comes the series points leader, Tristan England in Earthshaker. Comes into freestyle just 1 point off the lead, currently held by Elvis Lainez. But Kristen Anderson just threw one down, so everything is wide open right now. And speaking of wide open, Tristan England has this Earthshaker truck wide open, flying off that pod. Doesn't matter if it's near side, far side, doesn't matter the direction, he's got this thing going. And he knows a big run could bring the event championship home. One event championship so far, one earlier this afternoon here. Trying to make it 2 in a row, catches the truck into a stoppie, right into a nose wheelie. And now gonna crab walk this thing. If he moonwalks this back, it could be over. Up over the pod, trying again for that teeter-totter move. He gets it. We saw that in skills. He nails it again in freestyle. Little time left on the clock. Here comes up over the tire stack, straight up sky wheelie. Brake check, sticks to landing. And a beautiful move by Earthshaker to end the run. Here is the super glue, glued to the action replay. Huge air, a lot of technical moves in there as well. 9.126, and Tristan England has taken the lead. It could very well win the overall event championship. Next out of the track, the rookie out of Ramona, California, Brandon Arthur in Megalodon. Taking over for another rookie in Ashley Sanford. She's had a great season so far. Brandon Arthur competing internationally this year on the International Series behind the wheel of El Toro Loco. And recently announced he'll be piloting Ironman, the brand new Ironman Marvel Monster Jam truck, which will debut in London. So a big spot for Brandon Arthur trying to get a freestyle win here. Comes from an off-road racing background. Short course off-road racing is his specialty. And Tyler Duke, a very accomplished off-road racer as well as Monster Jam driver, got Brandon involved in the sport, made a phone call, said he was interested. The rest is history. After going to Monster Jam University studying under the Professor Tom Mentz, Brandon Arthur now finds himself on the biggest stage on a Monster Jam Arena Series, trying to win the championship here today. Going into a donut here, a little bit of time left on the clock. He's got a lot of room there, but that dirt, just a problem. We've seen it on both sides of this track, just roosting up, piling up, and the dirt mounds leaving ruts all over the place. Drivers trying to get some traction here and not happening from Megalodon, but there's some nice air, clips the pod, flips it back 2 wheels up, and he's got the landing. Take a look at the original super glue glued to the action replay as Brandon Arthur gets a 7.180 in Megalodon. Out next, representing Hall Brothers Racing, it's Mark Hall in Raminator, and he's gonna start his run with a donut. Why not? We haven't seen that yet. Give the fans something they have not seen. And now Mark Hall brings Raminator back over the pod, comes down over the tires. Mark Hall, an accomplished technician as well, crewing for Hall Brothers Racing when he's not piloting Raminator. A lot of room here for Raminator, now egging it up onto the track, trying to come up with a tire stack for a sky wheelie. Doesn't get enough air on it, but comes down a little bit hard on the left side. Mark looking for his first freestyle win of the weekend in Arizona, comes up over the log stack again, gets the nose down. Running out of momentum here, running out of time as well. Up over the ramp on the pod, down to the right side. Out of Champaign, Illinois, longtime veteran driver Mark Hall trying to get a win here. The current lead in freestyle, Tristan England. And that is gonna do it. The original super glue glued to the action replay, up over the tire stack. Some nice air for Raminator, 5.735. Our final competitor, the current overall event leader out of Houston, Texas, Elvis Lainez, El Toro Loco. And because Tristan England currently has the lead, the only way Elvis Lainez is walking out of here with the event championship is if he gets a freestyle win as well. And he just cleared the pod, folks. He went right up with a huge sky wheelie and cleared the pod. So a great way to start a run, but now he's got some trouble here on the track. El Toro Loco has come to a complete stop, and this could cost him the event championship. Now he's got it refire, but losing all kinds of momentum. He's got to catch it up again, nose down on El Toro Loco across the pod. Fired it back up, comes back over the left side, now down, greases the wheels again on that landing. You see all 4 tires coming down smooth. That gives him the momentum going into the turn to create some more havoc, and that's what he's doing right here. Clips the pod again, but a lot of room there on the tunnel side of the track for El Toro Loco to keep this run going. Huge sky wheelie, brake check, clips it again, doesn't matter, nose down, and El Toro Loco nailing this run. 9.126 is the score to beat. A 9.127 would get Elvis Lainez a freestyle win and the overall event championship. Now he's gonna come over here, try to make something happen on the log stack. Didn't like the angle of the jump he had, so he went around to the near side. Now just chop it away here in Arizona. El Toro Loco, another big air jump, goes sideways. And this one could have been in a nose wheelie. Elvis catches it and makes the save. And that'll do it. Take a look at the original super glue glued to the action replay. Big air 9.408. And Elvis Lainez gets another freestyle win here at the Tucson Arena. With a win, Elvis puts 8 more points on the board. As we look at our final BKT overall point standings, 29 gets it done. Tristan England finishes second, Kristen Anderson in third. And right now, let's go down to the track with the DDVS and our event champion, El Toro Loco's Elvis Lainez.
Elvis Lainez, you are the 2022 Arena Freestyle of the Year award winner. It certainly showed today, and this is your second overall event championship of the weekend. What kept you motivated this entire time to get that trophy once again?
Man, it's seeing all my fans in the stands, seeing those posters up there. There's one over here on the other side, man. Hey, that means everything to me. You know why? Because I grew up like a lot of you guys as a fan in the stands, a little kid from Houston, Texas, man. My parents came from El Salvador. We had nothing, man. I had no motorsport experience coming into this. I just knew I wanted to do this. And here I am now living the dream. But I'm using myself, and every time I get on the microphone, to be an example for you guys. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it, man. Doesn't matter what you look like, what languages you speak, what you can and can't do. If you want it, and it's in your heart, sí se puede. Y más que todo, eso mero. Y más que todo, es un honor representar a mi raza latina, man. No importa de dónde somos, yo lo estoy representando a ustedes. Doesn't matter where I'm from, man. At the end of the day, I'm representing my cultures, all the Latinos out there, and all the kids that haven't gotten a chance. Don't let anybody step on you, baby. We're out here winning para toda mi raza latina. Ma, pa, hey, mi abuela, para ustedes. I love you guys. We'll see you next time. Woo!
Elvis Lainez out here living the dream, adds a little more hardware to his trophy collection. One more to go here in Tucson, and he continues to tighten the gap for the series points lead. But for now, Earthshaker's Tristan England remains on top, and what a series race this is turning out to be. Be sure to follow us across social media for all things related to the sport. And for everyone at Monster Jam, I'm Scott Jordan. That's it from Tucson. I'll see you next time on Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master.